Hi, I'm Susan Koenig and this is Somatics for You. In this video, my focus is going to be on giving you some information about rotation. Many of my students and people in my classes have questions about understanding rotation and what walking rotation is and which side of the pelvis is forward and which side of the pelvis is back in relationship to the upper trunk. So I'm going to start by just planting my feet on the floor and just doing a general full body rotation. And I can rotate to the right, come back to neutral, rotate to the left, come back to neutral, or I could go back and forth. In somatic education, we tend to move pendicularly, which means we voluntarily contract muscles in a certain movement. I'm going to now rotate to the right, slowly come back to neutral. So specific muscle groups are helping me rotate to the right. That was a voluntary contraction of those muscles. And then I slowly come back to my new neutral so that I can decontract those muscles. And then I voluntarily contract to rotate to the left, and I slowly come back to my new neutral. I want to thank Judith Aston for giving me the concept of new neutral. Every time you return to your starting position, your neutral is slightly changed, hopefully for the better, and so that is why it is the new neutral. Now, there are different kinds of rotation. I can do full body rotation from side to side with my feet planted. I can do pelvic rotation where my upper body is relatively still. I'm getting my hands out of the way. And my pelvis is now rotating to the right and coming back to new neutral. My pelvis is rotating to the left. I have voluntarily contracted muscles to do that. And now I'm decontracting slowly and with control those muscles to come back to my new neutral. I can do that with my upper body. I can rotate my upper body to the left, come back to my new neutral, rotate my upper body to the right, come back to my new neutral. Or I can do a contralateral walking movement where my pelvis or lower trunk and my upper trunk are moving, rotating in opposite directions. To neutral, reverse, to neutral. And I can do that a number of times, practice so I get the hang of the contralateral movements. So let's orient a little bit to some directions so that if you were to do these movements on the floor, either on your back or prone, on your belly or sideline, you would have a little bit more understanding of the rotational orientation. If I rotate my pelvis to the left, my right hemipelvis is coming forward. My left hemipelvis is moving backward. My right knee, thigh, and hip are coming forward of my left knee, thigh, and hip. If I rotate my pelvis to the right, my left knee, thigh, and pelvis are forward of my right knee, thigh, and pelvis. And I'm coming back to my new neutral. In my upper body, if I rotate my upper body to the left, my right shoulder is coming forward. My left shoulder is going backward. And with my shoulder comes the rest of the upper trunk. And likewise, vice versa, if I rotate my upper trunk to the right, my left shoulder is coming forward, my right shoulder is going backward. That orientation becomes important in walking. In walking, when you have a counter rotation, let's take the lower body. My left hemipelvis is forward. It would be the left leg it would mean that the left leg is coming forward, my right hemipelvis is backward, my right leg is in the backward position. In the upper body, the rotation is to the left, my right arm is going forward because my right upper torso is rotated to the left and my right shoulder is forward, and my left shoulder is backward. My left arm would be the backward arm, and that's why the saying goes, opposite shoulder and hip are doing the same movement. So my right shoulder and left hip are both coming forward. My left shoulder and right hip, those limbs, the limbs that go with those areas, are going backward. And no matter what position you're in, you can begin to orient yourself to the spatial relationships that those represent. Practicing rotational movements in various positions, including standing, will help to give you freedom of movement in the upper trunk, in the lower trunk or pelvis, and will really help you in the walking movements. I hope you've enjoyed this informational video. Thank you.